First things first, saw the show last night, the after show. Unreal.
Oh, thanks, Leslie.
You guys, you both play off of each other so well.
Yeah, I think it comes. I think I'm usually suitably unnerved. And maybe that's, it translates to your experience of it is comforting.
Fun, energetic. Also, tell me about the camera guy last night. He was up in your face quite a bit. Are you cooking up something special for fans? What can you tell us?
Well, you noticed that. I think we want to try, because this thing's going to be relatively short, and there's only a month left of it. I think it seemed like a good idea to try and get some footage in the can.
Yeah. Maybe a concert film
away from it.
Or a documentary.
Maybe that. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, I'm big fan of The Age of the Understatement. 8 long years. Okay, some major events happened between these two records. Barack Obama became the 44th president. iPad and Instagram launched in 2010. Did you guys go out and get iPads right away when they launched?
We weren't at the front of the line, Leslie.
No, but, I think we were still on the Nokia.
Snapchat launched in 2011. What's the most used app? What do you use the most?
I've never had that. I don't even understand Snapchat.
Yeah,
I've never done it.
I don't know
what it is.
I have very few apps. I like the BBC News app. That's about
so
it.
that's one you use the most. What about you, Miles?
I've got the mine's the WWE Network app. That's the one I use the most.
Yeah.
The wrestling app.
That and
seriously, no, it is.
Yeah.
What's it called?
You know WWE?
Yeah.
The wrestling?
Yeah.
It's like that app.
Oh.
Huge
massive
wrestling fan, this guy.
That is.
Favorite wrestler?
This new guy called Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I just remember back in the day, Jake the Snake Roberts growing up.
Have you seen
the Bushwhacker Twins?
There's a new film on Jake the Snake. He got
really?
Went down a dark path and they filmed it and they brought him back.
Okay, also in 2011, there was a royal wedding, Prince William and Kate Middleton. Final Harry Potter movie released in 2011. Gangnam Style took over the world in 2012. And this is all between Last Shadow Puppets albums. 8 long years, my friend.
Yeah.
Just think the Instagram
I think probably that first album paved the way for a lot of those things.
Selfie became the Oxford Dictionary Word of the Year in 2013. Do you take selfies? I'm not a big selfie fan.
Try not to, but you just can't fucking get around it sometimes, can you?
Germany wins the FIFA World Cup in 2014. David Letterman retires in 2015 after 33 years. Finally, 2016 comes around and you guys release a new record. What took so long?
Well, Leslie, we were both just doing our own things for a while, it was kind of that first record wasn't even we hadn't predicted that it'd go as far as it went even, so then it's it was never meant to be something that we'd carry on.
And then we've both been enjoying working separately and having the odd moment together on stage, and then those years just passed, and then we started to work again. It was maybe going to be for my record, as for a third record, and then when we sat down properly to sort of write songs and do that thing, it sort of felt good to sort of do it again.
I do sort of like the idea there'd be a third record in another 8 years, but it's what is a record even going to mean then, Leslie? It'll be some sort of interactive virtual experience that,
You guys are good friends. Miles, what's Alex's strengths?
His lyrics.
Alex, what's Miles' strengths?
You know, like, I get very excited about the way he plays guitar sometimes. That, I think, you know, we're just talking about strengths, creative strengths, and, you know, related to
The music.
I think, you know, yeah, I am led to places during a collaborative writing session with Miles through the way he plays the guitar that I just wouldn't get to otherwise.
Was there a song or a lyric that really brought this album together, that really helped shape everything you've come to expect?
It was probably that tune at the end brought it, seemed to sort of make it more make sense.
Yeah.
Or that, the middle eight on Aviation.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want to go with.
The middle of there's a part on Aviation, which was one of the first songs that we wrote for it. And there's one part of that song that I got very excited about.
Yeah.
It just seemed to be pointing in this
When we did the harmonies together on it, you know.
It's the bit that goes, the
Colour armour in your eyes takes me on a moonlight drive.
And we sang that together into the 8-track Tascam 388 recorder in my bedroom, and I don't know, I just it's very colourful. It was like the Stargate sequence from 2001: A Space Odyssey was in it somewhere, and I don't know. It just seemed to like point to. It pointed to a new place that we could go, but it also seemed to have a relationship with the last record we'd done 8 years ago, and like that wasn't, you know, that sort of happened naturally because it was the two of us working together again. But it's like so much time had passed. Like you just mentioned that it wasn't. You know, sometimes with a second record, it's about like how are we going to make it different. And this one, a lot of the time, became about like how are we going to give it a relationship with that other stuff we did all that time ago, because like so much has happened in between. Not like the royal wedding, etc. But I mean, like we've both made like 5 records since then or something. So, and like evolved, I think, and changed quite a lot in the way we write. So. I don't know, we stumbled across something right in that Aviation tune that, yeah, seemed to both, like, point to this place we could go and, like, kind of have a connection with the first record. And I think that place where we could go was best realised on, like Miles was saying, the last song we wrote for the record, which was Everything You've Come to Expect, folks, and that seemed to, like, for me, like, cement the departure.
Woo! Well done.
That coffee.
Finally, do you guys actually plan to write a movie together, or was that just a cover up for the writing sessions? I heard rumblings that you guys were working on a superhero movie.
Superhero movie, like a sort of X-Men.
Was that
in
the 60s X-Men one?
Cyclops and flares.
Cyclops and flares.
Tom, there's definitely going to
There'll
be
be a song called Cyclops and Flares.
So it'll be on the
That's
third
the
album.
Exclusive. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You heard it here first, Columbus.
Cyclops and Flares.